Well, so far, the administration has not gotten much international support for military action. Let's bring in Rick Grenell right now, former spokesman for the last 4 U.S. ambassadors to the United Nations and a Fox News contributor. Rick, thanks for joining us this evening, or this afternoon, I should say. What do you say about what the president has so far stated to the world in terms of what his action will be against Syria?
I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I think the president's move today is a devastating blow to his credibility internationally. I've already heard from many people around the world. It's really a shocking move. The president looks weak. This sends a terrible message to moderates in every country, not just in the Middle East, but really around the world. But let's be very clear. There are a lot of people who are very happy to see the United States relegated to just another country. At the UN, I'm sure there's a celebration going on because the United States doesn't look like the leader. It looks like we want to do something, but the president has really hedged today and is really making a mockery of what we thought the United States' reputation would be about coming in and defending those people around the world when they're in need. The problem here is that philosophically, the president laid down a marker 9 weeks before the election last year.
You're talking about the red line statement.
By the red line, and now by hedging, he really looks foolish.
Well, what do you say about the GOP, though, applauding the president's actions today, basically stating that the president is right to actually go for a congressional authorization for this action?
Yeah, I don't think that the President of the United States needs congressional authorization. I don't think that the President of the United States needs to wait for the UN. The problem is the hypocrisy of the President and the Vice President and the Secretary of State who really ridiculed the Bush administration for the exact same thing that they're doing now. So I think, the media's got to understand that they need to hold these leaders accountable. But this doesn't cut across Republican and Democratic lines anymore. There are certainly a lot of people on the left who don't want military action or who think that the president needs to, if he says something, stick to it.
And Rick, if this was so important to do, to get congressional approval or authorization, why wouldn't the president simply call members of Congress back to Congress early, ahead of September 9th?
Look, the president does not have a foreign policy strategy. Today was crystal clear. We've been seeing it really unravel for a very long time. But I think what he did today was an incredible political move. What he did was his political advisors gathered around and said, how do we get out of this? Our base does not want us to make a strike on Syria. And so this is the latest political move, which is throw it to Congress, and it gives them an incredible out. If Congress comes back and says no, the president can say, I tried. Now, I think the long-term view of his reputation is going to be he looks incredibly weak and he looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. And more importantly, what I'm concerned about is internationally, the message that it sends at the UN and to other countries is really a devastating blow. His credibility is completely ruined.
And Rick Grenell, we will end it right there. We thank you for your perspective. Rick Grenell, former spokesperson for the last 4 U.S. ambassadors, also a Fox News contributor. Thank you. Jamie?